Expect the best used car deals guaranteed. Visit arnoldclark.com.
Welcome to Peter and Roughie's Football Show, sponsored by Arnold Clark. It is Wednesday, the 11th of March. I'm Peter Martin. Thank you very much for joining us on the programme. In the studio, Alan Rough, Tam McManus and Barry Ferguson are here with us. There's lots to talk about, including worrying times for football clubs, not only here domestically, but across Europe. As you can see, coronavirus dominating all the headlines across European football. UEFA meeting to discuss the possible cancellation of the Europa League games, and of course the stark warning to clubs here: if it escalates domestically and the SPFL are forced to play games behind closed doors, then suddenly, Roughie, the SPFL have said to the clubs there is no handout, there is no big pot of gold to try and sustain the clubs.
Yeah, we have to do everything that we're told about the health situation, but financially that could kill a few clubs. I mean a lot of clubs right down the line. They all look forward to their handout at this time, and if it's going to be behind closed doors, wages to be paid, not just for footballers but companies as a whole. But so the sooner, obviously, we get to the bottom of this, the better. Yeah,
it's a stark warning that basically some clubs, we're not talking just about Championship, League One and League Two, I think there's some clubs in the Premiership that absolutely rely on it, Tam.
Absolutely, it's cash flow. At the end of the day, you need the gate money to come in, to pay players, to pay staff, and if that's not coming in, as you said, it's not just the clubs lower down the food chain, it's Premier League clubs who need the money. You know, especially if Celtic or Rangers are rolling into town and they're banking on that money to look ahead and pay people's wages. So, no, it's a big worry for everyone, I think.
Yeah, and suddenly we're in a game now where we're wondering, will it go ahead, will it not? At Rangers against Bayer Leverkusen, obviously we're broadcasting at this time. You're looking at it and thinking, I hope it does go ahead. It could be that they might all get together at UEFA and say, well, they're all behind closed doors. Such is the real worry over this virus.
Yeah, it's not affecting us as such domestically yet, Peter. Different countries, there's a lot more infected with the virus. For me, health comes first before football, so I think if UEFA have got any concerns, slight concerns, they've got to cancel the games for me.
Yeah, there is a real worry over here, but certainly next week in Germany for the return leg, there will be no fans over there. That's an absolute certainty, Tam.
Nah, I don't think that. I feel sorry for a lot of my friends. I'm sure Barry knows people as well who's already paid their tickets, accommodation. And they're going over to the game, and you know it's going to be played behind closed doors. I don't even think they'll even travel now. I don't think it's safe to travel over. So will they get their money back or whatever? It's just a nightmare for everybody. And it's a nightmare for football fans as well. You know, you want to see Rangers have done ever so well to get to this stage. You know, and this coronavirus seems to be putting a little bit of a spanner in the works for them. But even if it's postponed to maybe a little bit later on, maybe Rangers will be in better form by then and maybe go into it with more confidence. So it could work either way, I think.
Yeah, OK, as far as the clash is concerned, going ahead, suddenly Ryan Jack is out of the equation. Is that the biggest blow for you, Barry?
Yeah, certainly he's been one of Rangers' most consistent performers throughout the season. He certainly impressed me when he first came in at Rangers. I thought he done OK, but he stepped to the front for me this season. Him and Alan McGregor have been the outstanding players for me, the most consistent players. So to lose Ryan Jack for a big European game will be a blow to the manager. But then again, I always look at it, it's a chance for somebody else now to come in and show that they can step up to the mark and perform.
Yeah, Steven Gerrard offered his thoughts on the players that he has available and those that are out of the equation.
So Scott's available. Ryan Jack won't make it tomorrow. Hollander's played in a reserve game last night, played 45 minutes and come through OK. Jermaine Defoe's going to be out for a minimum couple of weeks. He's got a calf problem. James Tavernier never trained today. He's still got this foot problem. But we'll give James every chance. We'll wait till the last minute on James, and we'll go from there.
Would you throw Philip Hollander in there?
No, he's missed too many games, Peter. He's been out, I think, 12 weeks now. Too much of a risk. I think he's just returned to training. I know he played 90 minutes behind closed doors, but I think with the level of opposition you're coming up against and the quality of Bayer Leverkusen, I think it'll be too soon for him.
No, not for me. I wouldn't bring him in. I think Edmondson's been good. I think Goldson's, I think he's hit or miss. I think he's been very good in European games, to be honest with you. But in some of the domestic games, he's been all over the place. So I stick with the two of them. I think it's too early for Hollander, even though I think he is their best centre back. Yeah,
the manager himself is well aware that whoever he plays, they're coming up against German opposition, which, as ever, it's a higher quality.
I think we'll find the performance. I can see the boys focused in the preparation. They're lively in the last couple of sessions. So, you know, we all know as a group, collectively, we're going to have to find the performance if we're to compete with this level of opposition. You know, but sometimes it takes an opposition like this to roll in to find your best, and let's hope that's the case.
Well, I think the only thing we don't know, apart from how Rangers are going to perform on the night, and whether they can produce another night of magic, is whether anyone is going to witness it or not. Of course, Scott Arfield, talking today, said that, you know, the 12th man is indeed the fans, but they just have to get on with it. But they prefer to play in front of a huge home support.
I think when you play football, you want to play in front of people. But overall, kind of focus on it is, you need to try and win the game. The focus, the challenge doesn't make any difference. We're going to need a big performance, like a Braga performance, whether there's people in the stadium or not. But of course, if that happens and it's official, then we feel sorry for our fans, because through the whole competition last season and this season, they've followed his numbers.
Have you ever played behind closed doors, Barry?
Yeah, played in the San Siro against Inter Milan. Very strange, I've been honest with you. It was in the Champions League actually. Came out and the anthem's going and there's nobody in apart from the directors and obviously the guys that are on the sidelines. So it was strange, certainly to play in a stadium like that, Peter. I think that holds 90,000. Yeah. So it kind of felt like well, basically it was closed doors, I know that, but it was like a practice game. It was strange, certainly, we playing in the Champions League, and I think if you ask any players, you want to play in front of crowds. When you play in European games, that's what it's all about.
I can't wait to go to Tam on this one. Tam, have you ever played behind closed doors?
Yes, I have. Just listening to Barry's Champions League story. I played for United against Morton in the Reserve League East in front of two people. And it was a surreal experience as well for me, to be honest.
Yeah, absolutely.
No.
Roughie.
No, but any time you play against Hamilton, it's usually near enough closed doors.
You are absolutely putting yourself right behind the 8 ball today. Hey, there's something
It's when they come
happened.
and play golf at my local club, and it's in Hamilton.
Yeah.
There's a few Aki supporters there.
Absolutely. I suppose, Roughie, when you played in the 120,000 in the Maracana Stadium, you know, you're used to the big crowds.
Yes, the guys are right. You want to play in front of a crowd. You lift your game in front of a big crowd, whether it's home or away. And it'd be disappointing, obviously, if it's behind closed doors, but an advantage to Rangers.
Me and Tam were talking off air there.
Yeah.
I think it would be an advantage to Rangers going over there behind closed doors. I think that's what Rangers
If
would
they play
want.
the first leg tomorrow in front of their own fans, and then away from home in front of no fans, big advantage for Rangers.
You think so?
Absolutely. Yep.
Well, again, it's all about opinions. I totally disagree with you on that. The reason I disagree, we're not bigging up Bayer Leverkusen without any real insight into it. This is a team in the Bundesliga, and here's a little insight into what they can offer. Yeah, Hugh McDonald was waxing lyrical about them yesterday. They've got a lot of quality, and when you look at the teams that are ahead of them in the Bundesliga, you can understand why their pedigree is right up there. So Rangers face a tough task. Give us your prediction, Roughie.
I'm going to go one each. I think Rangers will up their game as they have done in European ties. I think they'll come here and a draw wouldn't be. They'll think a draw wouldn't be bad enough for them to take back home. So I think they'll try and see it out.
Can I go with one with a crowd or one without a crowd?
Well, that's an interesting one, by the way. One with a crowd, one without a crowd.
I think Bayer Leverkusen will just edge it if there's a support in 50,000 there. I think Bayer Leverkusen will hammer Rangers if there's no fans there. 3-0.
What an interesting line that is, Tam. Barry, I think. What's your problem, Roughie?
I can take Rangers' advantage if there's no crowd over in Leverkusen, or they're going to give it 3-0 at Ibrox.
I think it'll be a tighter game if there's a crowd. If there's no crowd, I think Leverkusen will scud them.
Yeah, crowd there, 52,000.
This programme has descended into madness today. Anyway, good work on the logic there, Roughie, on this one. Okay, Tam's got about 14 what I call safe, load the bases predictions there if you follow this programme. Barry?
I'm going one each.
Okay.
The reason why I'm going one each is because Rangers have performed in Europe this season.
Is that the same with both a crowd or no crowd, Barry?
Yes,
okay, there you are. You got an opinion eventually, but remember, Tam has the right to have 4 or 5 different spread bets along this one. Let's hope he's gambling responsibly on this. I actually think Rangers could lose both legs. I just think Leverkusen are indeed a step up, and with the key injuries that Rangers have, I think he's really up against it. Just one other little caveat that I want to get your thoughts on, Barry. Potentially, a Hong Kong investor, an Asian investor, still going to be a share issue, but could bring in £20 million. Dave King's very much in the back seat at the moment, hoping to obviously not completely cut the umbilical cord at Rangers, but he wants someone else to take over the reins. Is that enough to take the title away from Celtic, because next year becomes even more important?
Well, I read the article, and look, there's no doubt that I think the manager has realised that he needs to go and strengthen. Will £20 million make a difference? I think it will, but as you know what the markets are like. If you're going down to England to try and get players, the markets are crazy. So it will help, obviously, the manager go and fund for new players. I believe that Rangers do need, I wouldn't say an overhaul, but they do need more quality coming through the door.
So you would welcome that money?
Yeah, you've got to welcome it. It's investment into the club, and I'm sure they've always been adamant that any investment that comes into the club will go towards the manager's budget.
Okay, from the Europa League match on Thursday, fingers crossed it all goes ahead, fans get to enjoy it, to one tonight which should be interesting. Of course, St Mirren have said any fan with a cold, flu-like symptom should stay away from the ground. It's St Mirren against Hearts. It really is a huge match for the Jambos. St Mirren know they could open up a 6-point gap over Hearts, Roughie. That would be massive.
Well, that's an incentive. I think Jim Goodwin hit it in the head. He went to Parkhead at the weekend there and left 3 or 4 players out with this game in mind, and we'll have to wait and see if that works for him. I've been actually supporting them quite a lot this year, so I'm going to stick with them to get a narrow win in this game.
I just can't. It's such a tough one. I've called it as a draw, Tam, but somewhere along the line, the last couple of games, I mean, he hasn't lost. He's got 2 wins and a draw. He's getting something out of Hearts. They're running out of games. He needs to get this. You still think they'll go down? Yeah.
Listen, I hope they don't. I've said that before. I think they're a big club. We need them in the Scottish top flight, but I just think they'll go down. I think Hamilton Accies now are getting themselves out of it, and I just think St Mirren they've got enough to get out. I just think St Mirren are a decent team. You know, obviously they get a down against Celtic at the weekend, but I think they win tonight. They win tonight, and if they win tonight, Hearts are in big trouble.
What about this stat? Previous 5 seasons, survival has been achieved with 35 or 36 points. So that's obviously the benchmark. Hearts have 23 points from 29 games so far this season. 4 league wins this season, 4 wins, 1 draw from the last 9 games. Should secure safety. 4 wins and a draw if you were basing it on 35 to 36 points. Hearts are going to face St Mirren, Livingston, Ross County, Aberdeen, and of course the 5 post-split games. Is it achievable?
Of course it's achievable. They've got good players, Hearts, but for me they're in a battle now. It's how much they really want to get out that. It's all about character now, Peter. But I'm one of the guys, I think St Mirren will win the game. I do. I've just got that feeling. I know, as you says, the last 3 games, 2 wins and a draw. There has been a bit of improvement, but I like Jim Goodwin. I like the way he sets his team up. I know they had a difficult game at the weekend, but most teams that go to Celtic Park do come away with suffering for a defeat. So I think St Mirren will just edge it tonight. Okay, we've got a couple of things to finish. Don't forget, you can give us your thoughts about all of the topics we're discussing. One of them, Roughie, is that Steve Clarke potentially making a little last-ditch bid for Lyndon Dykes. Is that one that's well worthy of making the call?
I think he's improved from being at Queen's last year. I think he's proved himself in our league against quality defenders. As far as Scotland's concerned, I don't think we've got any strikers, you know, so good national teams should have 3 or 4, so why not bring him in? You know, why not give the boy a chance, see what he can do?
Okay, down south, obviously Man City against Arsenal because of the coronavirus, because of the connection between the Nottingham Forest owner and Arsenal. There are real concerns that maybe someone could have contracted the coronavirus from the Nottingham Forest owner. So suddenly, Evangelos Marinakis has basically had to obviously isolate himself. The Nottingham Forest team have had to isolate themselves. Arsenal, even though they've tested negative, the Nottingham Forest players and Arsenal, they've obviously decided better safe than sorry with this game, and it's been suspended. Thankfully, there are Champions League matches to look forward to. I have to say, last night I watched Tottenham Hotspur. It's hard. I think Josie, I mean, there's no time for success now. I think he deserves a transfer window. I don't know about you, but the team, some of the players in the background have just given up.
They were poor. They've been poor for a number of weeks. I know, listen, they're missing big players, Harry Kane, Son. They're missing big players, and I just think that they've nothing up front. You know, they don't look as if they're going to score. And I think it shows how well Pochettino done with that squad. You know, Pochettino done a great job with that squad, and you look now, Mosey coming in, he's getting nothing out of them at all. And as you said, he'll get the summer window, but come this time, you know, next year, if he's still not doing the business, I think he'll be at the door. Yeah, I mean, I've seen Tottenham. I've seen the highlights when they come in.
Yeah.
There's no doubt that they were a top team they were playing against, but they look, they're just in a, I don't know, they're in a rut, and he certainly needs it. I don't know, Tottenham are not well known for spending big money, and Marino is used to having big money to go and spend, so I don't know if it's going to work out for him at Tottenham. I really don't.
2 games tonight. I'll be watching Liverpool Atletico. I don't know about yourself, Barry. It's the game for me. The best defensive performance I've seen from any team this season was Atletico against Liverpool in the first leg. Yeah, they were unbelievable. You never see Liverpool struggling like they did against Atletico, so I think it'll be a different game. Liverpool at home, all the home fans behind them. You've got to fancy Liverpool. I know Atletico are a top team, they've got a top manager, Simone. He obviously works ever so hard in the training ground, but I've got a sneaky feeling Liverpool will do it tonight. I think Liverpool will go out. I think Atletico will score a goal, and I don't see Liverpool scoring 3. So I'll go for Atletico to go through. And if suddenly there's no crowd there, Tam, do you want another option? I tell you what, that's a 12th man is a big crowd, and if there's no crowd there, Atletico will win the game. Roughie?
Yeah, I'm going to go Liverpool. I think the success of last year in this sort of a competition should drive these players on to know what's down round the corner, so I'm going to go for Liverpool.
Okay, and briefly, PSG Dortmund, it's 2-1 to Dortmund at the moment. I'm going Dortmund to see them off, Roughie.
No, I'm sticking with PSG.
Yep.
PSG for me, yeah.
Dortmund will go through.
Okay, there you are. It's all about opinions. We've given you them. You might not like them, but you can give us your opinion. On Twitter, at PLZ Soccer, Facebook Lives on Monday to Friday, and don't forget our Facebook watch-along on Sunday, 11:30. Darren Jackson, Roughie, Barry Ferguson and myself will be there. We'll be suited and booted, ready for it. No, I'm only kidding. We're wearing jeans and T-shirts. We're looking forward to Rangers against Celtic, and we'll watch the game, we'll react and interact with you as well. Join us if you can, 11:30 on Facebook, and don't forget PLZ Soccer's YouTube channel. You can subscribe, and of course with your subscription you'll get all the latest info on all the unique video that we make for you. And let's not forget the PLZ Soccer podcast. You can watch it on YouTube, but you can also listen across Spotify, Apple, Deezer and Libsyn as well. So thanks very much to Alan Ruff, thanks also to Tam McManus and Barry Ferguson, and don't forget you can win yourself a car if you go to our Facebook page now, courtesy of Arnold Clark, with our Can You Kick It competition. From myself, Peter Martin, thanks for watching.
Expect the best used car deals guaranteed. Visit arnoldclark.com.